If you're looking for the ultimate performance shocks for your lifted EcoDiesel JT Gladiator, then this kit is for you. Specifically designed for EcoDiesel powered Gladiators that have been lifted 3.5 to 4.5 inches with a long travel lift kit, the Falcon SP2 3.3 Fast Adjust Piggyback shocks give you tons of adjustability, coupled with fast response and superior performance both on and off-road, plus exceptional build quality. Falcon shocks have long been a favorite around these parts, and with good reason. They're arguably overbuilt, and when it comes to performance, these pull zero punches. Now these ones in particular feature a number of different adjustments. The first big adjustment here, and the thing that makes these more unique than any other adjustable shocks on the market, is the mode adjustment down here on the bottom. What you do is rotate the shaft down here to go into either soft or cold mode or performance mode. Now soft mode allows for a partial bypass of the main piston for a softer, more compliant ride. However, that doesn't mean that you sacrifice performance. The damping is still optimized, but it's going to give you a more compliant ride, and it's designed specifically for rough terrain and colder weather. If you rotate it around in the other direction, you get performance mode. Now this is going to give you the best stability and control you can possibly get for on or off-roading, and it works better in hot weather. Now, we also have up at the top yet more adjustment for the damping. You've got this 3-position switch. Number one over here is the soft mode, not to be confused with the mode adjustment down here. That is going to be great for low-speed off-roading or for compliant ride quality out on the road. On the complete opposite side of the switch here, we've got firm mode. Now that's going to be really great for on-road handling, and it's going to keep these from bottoming out if you're doing some more heavy-duty or faster off-road work. And then we have the more interesting part here, which is custom mode right in the middle. Now this is going to allow you to more precisely dial in the damping and compression you want using this secondary 8-position micro knob in the center. Having all of these quick adjustments and the fine-tuning like this part up at the top that can be made on the fly, plus the mode adjustment down here on the bottom, make these ideal for the JT that is pulling double duty as your daily and your off-roader or overland rig. Get to the trail and you can dial these in, and then when you head back home, set them to your preferred firmness for the highway. And when the seasons change or the conditions change, you can swap these over on the bottom too for the different mode, and know that you're going to have the right damping and compression for really any situation that you could possibly encounter. Furthermore, these are monotube shocks, and that adjustable damping and the compression gives them really the best of all worlds. Despite monotubes being naturally more stiff than standard twin tubes, the SP2s give a broad range of response and feel. Again, these can get soft for a compliant ride and lots of articulation, and you can easily firm them up for carrying heavy loads. Performance is further enhanced by the Piggyback reservoirs. Now, extra oil and gas capacity keeps these shocks from getting overheated even when you're really working them hard. And unlike standard remote reservoirs, there are no lines to compete with, meaning that these can flow up to 6 times more oil than restrictive hoses of other remote reservoirs. And there's less to break because you've got no soft lines, no banjo bolts, and no swivel fittings here. The compact design also combines with the front lower offset eyelets for maximum articulation. And the rear shocks feature these cleverly named roost guards to prevent damage from rocks and debris that gets kicked up while you're out on the trail. Now, another thing that is unique to the SP2s are that these are corner specific. So each shock is tuned for a specific corner of your Jeep to provide maximum performance and clearance for your wheels and tires. Now this kit in particular is designed for 3.5 to 4.5 inch long travel lifts. So again, you're gonna get plenty of travel with these. It is a long travel setup designed for those lifted applications. So you get the performance and the damping that you need to perfectly match your lift. However, you are going to need other long travel drivetrain components such as brake lines and other bracketry to get that travel that you need. So make sure you've got that covered first, or you're gonna do it all at the same time when you install these. The build quality here is also exceptional. You're going to find 2.3 inch diameter 6061 T6 aluminum shock bodies with smooth honed internal bores for optimized performance and strength. The 3/4 inch induction hardened chrome plated shaft is resistant to rock damage, corrosion, and buckling, and it also holds 6061 T6 aluminum alloy billet pistons with a one-piece Teflon bronze piston wear band. Inside of the shock, you will find fully synthetic redline shock oil, again for optimized heat dissipation and performance. And all the hardware is tested in a 1,000 hour long salt spray to ensure that they are sufficiently corrosion resistant. And the best part is that these are fully serviceable and rebuildable. You can even update the cartridges if you need even more performance. And that's something that we don't see in a lot of shock absorbers. So these are designed to last the lifetime of your Jeep. As you might expect, given all of that, these come with a pretty significant price tag. Expect to pay around $2,300 for the kit, so these are without a doubt a more premium offering within the segment. However, if you want the best, you gotta be willing to pay for it. The performance, the adjustability, and the build quality here are really in a class of their own, and if you want the best for your JT, these are definitely worth the investment. Installation gets a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 3 hours to complete. Now, these are designed to bolt right in place of your stock shock absorber, so it's about as easy as this sort of job can be. Just make sure you've got the proper amount of time allotted and you should be good to go. There is one note here: the fronts are going to require a little bit of trimming to your inner wheel wells if you're using the standard plastic ones. However, Falcon does provide you with a template included in the kit. It's going to make it easy, and you really just have to trim a little bit out to make way for those reservoirs. That's going to wrap it up here for our review. The Falcon SP2 3.3 Fast Adjust Piggyback front and rear shocks for 3.5 to 4.5 inch long travel lifts, fitting 2021 and newer eco-diesel powered JT Gladiators. Thank you so much for watching, and for everything Jeep, be sure to keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.